Happy New Year. I'm about today. All right. I hope, and I'm praying this year will be a beneficial and a blessing year to all of you. Thank you so much, especially my patrons and Mr. Mike Atomic Shrimp. Thank you so much for your support since the beginning of last year. Thank you so much. The earth has gone around the sun again. It has completed a year. So I'll be using this first video of the year to talk about, to reinstate my mission and my vision for this channel, what this channel is all about, and that is showing the world how we really look like, how Nigerians, how the kind of person, the kind of people that we are, not through the eyes of criminal element or biased Hollywood out there. That is the mission of my channel. One of the responsibility of that is that we need to do everything we can as Nigerians. We admit there are so many bad elements among us that are giving us bad image out there. So one of our responsibilities is to make sure we create awareness to, the truth is that I can arrest a criminal. The best I could do is to report to our security agent, and when they do nothing about this, nothing I can do as a Nigerian. It's nothing I can do. But I believe instead of reporting them to authority that will do nothing, it's better for me to create awareness out there, so that I know we have many Westerners that have been creating this awareness too. But what I discovered that we have some vulnerable people that still don't believe those people advising them. Those who love them advising them, no, this is they are scammers, don't do this, don't give people your information, don't always look for live video calls. They still don't believe them, and they end up being scammed. And this is very, very hurtful. One of the reasons why I don't read Nigerian news again is that because it contains a lot of bad news. Every morning you want to read Nigerian news, the headline, you read something like a whole family was killed by unknown gunmen. You hear something like there was a fatal accident, and when you try to investigate the accident as a result of bad road, no, all those bad news, they affect some of us psychologically, that it hurts us so deep, especially in a case where we are so powerless, there's nothing we can do. Same thing applies to whenever I'm watching the videos of all these victims. It hurts so deep, and I feel like, what can I do about this? As a Nigerian, as an African, as a human being, we are feeling part of. Somebody once asked me, what do I gain from telling the foreigners, the Westerners about Nigerians, telling them the secret of Nigerians, the scammers? And I said that there are two things that I gain. One is minor, but the second one is the major one. And the first one is, as Nigerian, we are negatively affected abroad. If you travel outside, being Nigerian, there's a kind of negativity that has been attached to that name Nigerian, and this is the minor one. You may decide not to travel and you remain here, nothing will happen to you. But the most important one, the crucial one, is the emotional curse. Some of us have been cursed. We've been cursed with what we call empathy. That when we see somebody in pain, automatically we feel that pain to some extent. So some of us have been cursed like that. And we know many people, we have some people that have been cursed. Whenever they see somebody in pain, in agony, they feel the pain, and automatically, subconsciously, their brain will start thinking of, how can I help this person? They start looking around for it, even though most of the times there's nothing they can do to help the victim. The same thing applying here. I watch a lot of our YouTube videos. Most of my favorite YouTube videos, they are scamming YouTube videos. So I watch a lot of videos about victims. I watch a lot of victims. So I want to tell you Westerners, you are the target. Westerners are the target of this criminal element in Nigeria. We have them in Nigeria. We have them in Benin Republic. We have them in Ghana. We have them in South Africa. We have them in India. We have them in Pakistan, all over the world. But as a Nigerian, I'll be focusing on the bad element, the bad eggs in Nigerian, as a Nigerian. Now, number one is that when you are online, you need to assume everybody is a scammer. Yes, you need to assume everybody is a scammer when you are online until they prove otherwise. And somebody is going to prove to you that they are genuine. They won't tell you. They will do it. They will not be asking you, do you think I'm a scammer? No, they will not be saying that. They will be doing something that will show that they are not scammers. They'll be showing it, not that they will be saying it. Now, action speaks louder than words. So you need to know that. And number two that you need to know is that, I'm telling you, I've seen a situation where some people will come online and say that same thing happened to my grandma. My grandma was scammed, my mother was scammed. This is the fact. If you have watched scamming videos, you know about online scamming, and you know that your parents are onto online dating, and you didn't share with them videos that you've watched online on how to spot scammers, then you are partly responsible for that. Yes, you are partly responsible for that, because if someone can go online to date, then they should have a few minutes to watch scamming videos, to watch videos that will guide them and guard them against scamming. That must be important. We have so many prophets, so many angels making different videos just to protect the vulnerable ones in the society. I'm talking about the senior citizens. When we have a situation where a man or a woman, they'll be scammed of their life savings. It's hurtful. Life savings we're talking about. Somebody who's been working for the past 40 years or 50 years. And all of a sudden, the kind of crook elements comes from somewhere and wiped it off. And the problem is that they didn't have much knowledge about electronics. Try to look out for your senior citizens. Share the video with them and try to monitor them online. Monitor them online. And for those of you who you are just in between, you are not our senior, you are not old, you are not too much old to understand electronics. Be wise, come on. They say that little doubt is the beacon of the wise. Doubt. It's good to doubt. I know there's been some cases where somebody will tell you that, oh, you don't know how loneliness is. Of course I know. I don't know how it is to have been with your partner for the past 40 years and all of a sudden you are alone, your children have gone out, only you. I can never imagine it. I know. It should be hurtful and painful, I know. But think about this. The fantasy that the scammer is going to sell you probably within 6 months, or let me say a year, is it worth the agony after the scam is exposed that you're going to live for the rest of your life? Does it worth it? The scammer is going to sell you fantasy for 6 months, for a year, before you are fully scammed. Now, that fantasy that you're going to enjoy within that period, is it worth the agony, the regret, the sadness that you are going to live with for the rest of your life? You need to think about that. How could somebody meet you online and say, oh my, I like a picture, after 5 minutes they show you, I'm madly in love with you? That is crazy. How would you be madly with somebody you meet online, you just saw their picture, they won't know if they are true picture or not, and after 10 minutes they show you they are madly in love with you, and you believe them? Come on now. That doesn't happen in real life. Even in real life, love at first sight doesn't even happen like that. So please, only awareness can reduce victims when it comes to online scamming, romance scamming. Only awareness. Only awareness. Every morning, you want to watch your videos, you seek the comment of victims that have been scammed of 100,000, 500,000, to be able to see it, look at it. Who is this person? You can't make a video call with me. Come on, just get off. I'm not for you. You need to know that. All right, this year is going to be a wonderful year, and I wish to give you a better package for this year. And for your support so far, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. See you next time.